So I took my car to the dealer to do the required oil change. I have free oil changes for life. And I like to get what they want me to do in writing. They basically gave me a cost for all this stuff, but they didn't give me the cost when it came out to printing out. They just gave me a list. And basically, they said I need my brake fluid exchanged. I did have it done at 38,000 miles. I'm currently at 93,000, so I don't think that's necessary. Throttle body service is basically taking the air intake hose off your throttle and cleaning the throttle inside with some cleaner. It's really simple to do. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. The induction service is basically, I think, putting Chevron cleaner inside your tank that you could get anywhere. It's kind of expensive now, but I think the dealer wants a lot of money just to put that stuff in your gas tank. Injector flush is basically, they have this chemical that they hook up to the port of your engine, and then they flush it with this chemical. Well, Walmart now does that service for $20, so I'm going to get that done at Walmart. So that's how I'm going to be saving money. Now I'm going to show you how to throttle body service on a Kia Soul. Okay, I'm going to clean the throttle body on my Kia Soul. It's the silver throttle light here. This is electronic. Okay, so what I did is basically take the air filter top off with the clamps here. There's clamps. So that comes right off. And then I loosened the screw on the air intake hose down there and pulled off the air intake hose. And that way I can just push it up here now and get it out of the way. You can see it's out of the way. And you have access to the throttle body now. So I'm going to spray that throttle body. I'll show you what I'm going to spray it with. So I got this, the throttle body air intake cleaner, and a paper towel. And you can see from this angle, when you're working on the car, how dirty it is. There is some grit there. So I'm going to spray it first, and then because it's electronic, we have to put the car on, and then keep the gas pedal down to open that to clean it totally. But I'm going to clean the outside right now. And I'm just going to clean it out with the paper towel. Don't move the throttle while you're in there. Just clean the outside. You can see it's a little dirty. That little dirt actually makes a big deal when it comes to idling and such. So you can see that the paper towel is pretty dirty just doing that alone. You might have to do it a couple of times, but right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside the car and put the ignition to the on position, and I'll get a stick and I'll put the pedal down. Okay, as you can see, I have the ignition on and I put a metal stick onto the gas pedal. Let's see if it opened up that throttle. As you can see here, it opened up the throttle, so now we can clean the entire throttle body inside there. So I went and sprayed inside there. Now I'm going to clean it up with the paper towel. Don't move the throttle while you're in there. Just clean it out. Look how dirty that is. You should do this every like 60,000 miles supposedly. And you should do it a couple times when you do it. Not just spray it once and think it's over. And I just put the can down there, and I don't have the plastic hose, so I just spray it right directly in there like this. And then try to get in there as quick as you can with the paper towel. Clean it out. To do this, I think the dealer charges $160 or some ridiculous amount of money. Looks really clean in there now to me. It's pretty easy to do. I've done this before on other cars. The key is not to move that throttle in there. You have to keep it open with a stick inside the car. This is my third attempt at this, third or fourth. After this, I think it'll be done. So I'm doing this on a Kia Soul 2016, but just about any car you could do the same thing. On the mechanical ones, you can do it a little different, but I would do it the same way with the electronic and mechanical. I'll use a stick, put the car on the ignition, and then use a stick to hold the throttle open from the inside of the car. This is getting really clean. Hopefully this helps. It had some hesitation too. So that's the throttle body cleaning right there. And Kia Soul 2016. Now before I put it back together, I'm going to go take the stick off the gas pedal and put the car back into off mode on the ignition. So the pedal's back down, the car's off. Now putting it back together should be pretty easy. Basically you put this hose back under the radiator hose and you push the hose back onto the throttle body as far as you can go. It's a little tight down there, of course. So there you go. I got it back on. Now I'll tighten that screw. Well, first I'll put the casing for the air filter back on. It's pretty simple. You just put it under those two notches and then you push it down and then you put the clamps back on. The clamps are over here, 2 clamps. This is pretty common for any car. And I never touched this hose, so I left this intact. This I never really touched either. I just got to tighten that screw down there now with my Phillips screwdriver. Now when you start, you may have an engine light for a little while because you did put some fluid in there. You definitely got to use CRC throttle and body intake cleaner. Don't use some funky stuff. So it's complete. Paper towel's pretty dirty, so I think we did a good job on this. It did hesitate at first to start, but then it turned over no problem. So that's how you clean your throttle body on a Kia Soul or any other car for the most part. If you don't clean your throttle body, you can have hard starts, idles that are rough, low gas mileage, hesitation when accelerating, things like that. This car didn't really have any of that, but it was good to clean anyway. Alright, the next thing the dealership wanted to do was an induction system cleaning. And basically all they do is pour fuel system cleaner into the gas tank and run the engine. And I asked them what they use. They use Tectron from Chevron. So I got some of that stuff here. And the last thing the dealership wanted to do was a fuel injection cleaning service. And basically what they do is they take a cleaner and they attach to the where the fuel injectors go, and they clean out the system, run the engine and clean out the injectors. Walmart does this for $20, the same thing they're doing there. So if you want, go to Walmart and get it done for $20. Here I show you the prices.